to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, gonna teach him girls. Okay, town attorney asked us to have a special meeting in reference to the IMPA contract. She reviewed the information that was sent to her on the last meeting, and there was some things she was concerned about. One is the contract doesn't specify anything about attorney fees, and in the state of Indiana, you can't get attorney fees awarded back to you. You're responsible for all your own attorney fees. She also had a concern that the venue, which would be Indianapolis, would, if we got into litigation, would end up in Indianapolis, at which point she said we would have to hire an attorney from Indianapolis and fight it down there, and the attorneys in Indianapolis are much more expensive than what we're doing right here. She came out with a recommendation that she thinks we should offer $30,000 in a buyout and see what happens, and she would gladly draft the letter to IMPA and requested that she be the only one that makes contact with IMPA on the letters at this point, and she'll handle it from there if we go that direction. So I guess since we had a motion on the floor in the last one, I don't know if we have to dispel that or we just redo it.
Yeah, I think we just need to redo it with in light of the new information. I don't think we have to, I think we just have to re-go.
Yeah, you could just put in the minutes that the attorney said we should go the other way and not the one that we had decided on. So that's what we pay her for, to take her on.
As much as I'm against giving them any extra money, in the long, I mean, honestly, I mean, we've spent so much money on these people for lack of work. I guess the words is better, lack of work than anything, but at this point, with the information the attorney's given, I have to actually bite my tongue there, because like I said, I'm not one to give in, but it's gonna cost us a boatload of money if we decide to go through an attorney. If we lose, we're still stuck with this contract for another 2 years, which is another $216,000, $220,000 that we're just basically handing them out. I would actually, at this point, my opinion would be to go with number 4, which was Amber's recommendation, offer them $30,000 and buy out the contract that way. And unfortunately, we'll lose our 40-something thousand.
So what happens if they don't go for it?
They could counteroffer.
They could counteroffer, or they could just say, no, it's not gonna happen,
Right.
at which point we're gonna have to sit down again and say, you know, the attorney will say, okay, well, let's do this or do that. Worst comes to worst, there's a $53,000 buyout,
Right.
and, you know, biting our tongues, I mean, that's saving another $50,000 this year and another $108,000 the following year.
260
Right now,
total, right?
Right now, like Brian said, right now at this point, we're literally just handing them money over every month for doing nothing.
I mean,
So-
it's like, it's,
This was a contract that just,
unfortunately, it's
One
not
year at a
us,
time,
it wasn't
it's-
us that did this contract, so there's nothing
we should
we
have never
can
been
do.
in.
Yeah. I guess for here on out, the contracts should be gone over with a fine-tooth
Tooth
comb
comb.
to make sure everything is in there
And make sure the lawyer,
Well, that's what it is. It was the attorney, because
let her know that
if
she
this-
knows what she's dealing with.
if this attorney's catching it as far as, you know, making sure that we don't have to go to Indianapolis and pay all them big bucks and everything, she knew it right off Jump Street what to do. So our last one we had for the town didn't inform anybody the proper way, that's for sure.
And she did stress that we need to act on this now, because this contract that we have has got a stipulation in it that we have to notify them 365 days in advance of getting out of the contract. If we do it 363 days, we're eating another year. Nobody does a contract that way. She was even shocked when she seen that. So.
Are they gonna take our 42,755?
Yes.
Could be.
So we're gonna give them that, $30,000?
Yeah, that
Well,
would,
basically,
72?
Yeah.
yeah, they have to look at that as a whole, you know.
I think if Amber specifies in there in regards to the to the shoddy work of the tree trimming that the town has had to fix and to do some things as well, the town employees and stuff like that. Kind of, if she makes it in reference to that kind of stuff, which that was literally their responsibilities, I'm kind of hoping they'll,
And they know our finances.
Right,
We haven't been quiet about that.
Yeah, they know from jump.
I thought about it too a couple of times. Do we even wanna bring up any kind of past or anything, or do we just wanna come out and say, hey, we're gonna give you $30,000, no quarrels about what you did before or
Right.
anything else, and just say, hey, this is the way it is?
Amber's looking at it as a buyout and not the other and stuff, so, you know, she said she would, draft a letter and wanted to be involved in that, and does not want IMPA involved in making any part of the contract for the town. She wants to write up the exit to make sure that we're covered.
which is logical.
And then we say, worst comes to worst, all we have to do is, maybe just give them the 53-147 and get out of it.
Well,
Get that-
at best, they can counter, and we can actually make the decision from there if they don't accept the $30,000.
At this point, we.
Have they
wouldn't
made
have
any
this-
contact with you
Well,
since we've been talking?
I told you, Frank Smile called me and left a voicemail, but I did not return the call because I was busy at the time. So no.
Well, they have us under the barrel right now, for the barrel. I mean, even if they came back at 53 something, we're still gonna have to pay them.
Yeah,
Just to get rid of them, I mean.
I think right now they haven't did anything this year and stuff. They know that's just free money to them at this point. They're not doing anything. They know they're not gonna do anything. They pulled their trailers out of here and everything that they had sitting here staging. You know, so they know they're done. It's just a fact of,
They're waiting for,
They just
they're
wait
waiting
for
for.
they want
for
some
doing
money.
nothing.
They want
Yeah.
the money.
Hey.
So we're all in agreement?
Yes.
Is there a motion on the floor?
Well, let's talk about this a little bit more.
Okay?
I mean, I agree with everybody too, but the thing is, I just really wanna know what, we understand that, they're gonna get the 42,755 and we're gonna give them 30. But we do all understand that worst comes to worst, we might have to end up giving them 53,147, correct?
Yeah, we're gonna let the lawyer work that out.
Yeah,
Well, I
We'll
understand
come
that,
to
but
that when we get
we're all
get
under
to
that
cross
understanding
that
that we
bridge
can
when we
get
get
to
to
that
it.
problem too, though.
Yep.
that's, they can counter our thing and we can make the decision at that time.
Yeah, I think they kinda got us over a barrel, because by the time, if we were to hire counsel there in Indianapolis and fight it down there and lose, everything that we've gained in the last 4 months would be gone.
Gone.
Basically, those
And
bonds,
I'm-
we
I'm
just got
not
those
willing to
bonds for
lose that.
absolutely nothing.
Right.
We
Yeah.
basically bought the bonds to pay for IMPA.
Yeah, no, we'll be run out of town.
No, well, I mean, let's,
You're just being
an ace,
realistic.
right, an ace is an ace. I mean, unfortunately, we got those bonds and we just got out of the, but that money is earmarked for something else, which is the operation of our utilities. It's not to
Give to
pay
IMPA.
IMPA, but at the same time, we can't afford IMPA. We already know that IMPA's got us.
Well, they're
in
gonna
a-
end up
in
getting
a
that
solid
anyway if we keep
contract.
them.
Well, right, and that's, so it's easier now to make that choice, but yeah, I understand, I understand anyways. They might counter and say 45, then we're gonna have to make that decision when it comes time. But, I mean, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of doing this because I hate paying people for stuff that they don't deserve, and this
Well,
is
right now,
definitely something they
we
don't
owe for a
deserve.
quarter, or 1/4 right
Well,
now.
This would be the buyout.
This is
This would be a
about-
This
buyout.
would be for
It'd done.
everything.
There wouldn't be on top of that. This is it.
But if
The
they
actual
get-
paperwork they sent us for the 53 would have been canceled out
Yeah.
on March 31st.
I'll make a motion, we go with option 4, buyout of $30,000. And Amber to draw up that paperwork and move forward with doing the buyout.
I second it.
It's been moved to second that we have Amber offer IMPA a buyout of $30,000 and handle the paperwork with IMPA and the exit with the contract. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, motion carried. I will call her after we get done here and advise her she can start writing a letter.
Is this something that you might be able to maybe know something by next week, or is it gonna be, it's probably gonna be up to IMPA from here, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure they have a board that's going to, when we last talked to them, they remember in Indianapolis, we talked to them and they said they had to go back to their shareholders or whatever it was to to talk to them.
That's till June.
I just don't wanna extend this out any further
Oh, no.
than it has to be. It's gotta be done sooner
Yeah,
than
time is
later, so
money.
that- Yeah, with this, so. yeah.
Motion to adjourn,
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
move to second, we adjourn.
Ah,
Quick meeting.
Quick.
Mhm.